Howdy y'all, got the Bulldog on the channel. I talked to you a couple days ago about the importance of your customer riding along when you're talking about noises. This is why. You hear that? I don't either. He says it's got a terrible noise coming out of the back brakes. I drove it up the gravel. Didn't hear any noise. Got it on the highway. Didn't hear any noise. Highway speed down to a stop. Take off. Highway speed down to a stop. No noise. I took it to the nearest town and drove around all the side streets. Normal driving, slow driving. Jackrabbit starts, panic stops, no noise. So, what I will probably have to do is just pull the thing off, look at them, see if any parts fly out and hit me in the face. If they don't, I'll probably just clean them and put it back together. That is something that we used to do all the time. Is clean brakes. Drum brakes here back in the 70s when they started figuring out that asbestos is bad. They wanted to seal up the brakes so that they didn't get the dust out. Oh, well, that doesn't mean there's no dust. So what happened? Well, the dust, the brake material that ground up in there, it sat in the bottom of the brake drum. By the way, we're talking about drum brakes. Should have been obvious when I said 1970s. But yeah, drum brakes, that dust would sit in the bottom and it would roll under the leading edge of the rear brake shoe and make a moaning noise. Now, there's still vehicles out there that come out with drum brakes. Not as many. It's something that, you don't really expect to see when you put something up in the air, but this truck, I don't know what year it is. It's in the early teens or something like that. It's got drum brakes. I'd say good, but no, they don't have asbestos in them anymore, but they still seal them up really tight to where they can't get rid of that dust. When they're really rusty, I have a heck of a time sometimes when I try to put them back together. That I've disturbed things and the edge of the drum will be grinding on the backing plate because it fits so tight. And you get a little bit of scaly rust, and the scale, it makes the metal grow because it's getting the top layer of metal and oxidizing it, and it just pushes it out. Tolerances get tighter, and instead of being half a mouse hair, it's beyond, and now it's rubbing. You got to knock all that rust off of there. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, I know. Service brake assist, change oil. By the way, the other reason this truck is in, I told him, well, we just fix it whenever he come over. He thought parking brake problem because it says service park assist. And I asked him, well, did you hit anything with it? No, I never did. Well, underneath went and looked under the back and said, oh, this is a new truck. It's got sensors in the bumper. And ironically, people break those sensors because they back into things. But guess what happened? It backed into something at some point, and the plastic cover over the bumper got smashed into the bumper. And the wire ran underneath that piece of plastic. When it smashed into it, it cut it. So it's got all the wires cut to one of the 4 parking brake or parking assist sensors, and it was saying service park assist. He thought that meant parking brake, so he was messing around with that, trying to make that work. Couldn't get it to pop off. You know, that's where, you know, people get themselves into a whole lot of trouble, because they'll hear part of it or they'll see part of it and they'll fill in the rest themselves because it's natural. You know, if you don't get all the information and you don't know that you have all the information, or that you don't have it all, your mind just might fill it in. Well, when he saw park, he just assumed parking brake. Thought that had something to do with it. Well, it didn't, and his brake wouldn't pop off. These new trucks, new cars, they'll have the old pedal, but it was too easy to reach down there with a lever and unlock them. They decided that, oh no, we'll have a vacuum solenoid or electric solenoid to pop that off for you when the right conditions are met. So you have to put the car in gear, you put your foot on the brake, and that will activate it, and then you pump it. You push the parking brake down, it releases the catch, and it pops back up for you. That's the kind of thing that engineers come up with. I don't know, do they really want to improve society, or are they coming up with stuff just to justify their own jobs? Because honestly, there's other things you can fix besides things that aren't broken. Just a thought. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, share it around. Talk to you later.